Yep. No. And welcome back one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Ball Hockey International Spring Teaser Ball Hockey Tournament. We are in the Adult Rec Division. The Northeast Eagles facing off against the Niagara Hitmen. Hitmen in gray. They're going to go left to right on offense here in the opening period. And the green and white of the Eagles will run right to left as they control the ball right now. It is Randy Johnson who slaps it over to Wayne Van Every. Van Every dropping to get that ball. Mark Sexsmith. Sexsmith, as it comes outside, Van Every touches up in the offside with the floating blue line, comes back to the red. And some chuckles over there on the bench of the Eagles. Mitch Beal getting the start for the Eagles. A strong performance in their first game of the day, which we had here on the JVI Sports Network. Matthew Carrick have been joined by Chad Asseltine all afternoon, and the rest of our crew in the booth and behind the lens. Beal again goes to his right, drops down, a quick recovery there. As he gets back up in time to make the save, a couple of Hitman players right on the doorstep. And here we are bearing down on Beal. The first save goes to his left for another one, and he's going to go to his right again. So left, center, and right, all directions covered there for Mitch Beal. Quick return shot. Bounces off a stick of the Eagles. And up into the screening, so we'll redo the face-off to the right of Beal. Immediately up to cut down the shot. Right there was Jake Brown. Into the corner we come. Things getting a little slippery in here. The temperature's starting to drop as the sun goes down. So we've seen a couple players slip already in this game. As Johnny Godden falls in the corner. Out in front, Wayne Van Every, the shot. And that save made by Sexsmith. Sexsmith with his first out of the way. One goes down the floor, back to play for it, the Eagles. Reaching out, it's just out of the reach of Jake Brown. And it comes back here for the Hitmen. Drop pass coming there from Trevor Walton. Walton, the shot coming from Brock Walton. And Brock Walton trying to get out. Ends up running into Johnny Gooden. And the Eagles go offside, but that really put the Hitmen in a spot there, that botch line change. Here's the Eagles coming back the other way. Wayne Van Every. He scores like this a lot in lacrosse in the summer as well as in the winter. From right tight in on the goaltender, and he does it, almost does it here again this afternoon. Ball work to the far side. 3-on-2 rush developing here for the Hitmen. It's brought out in front by Lane Van Every. Lane will drop it into the corner. Rushing in after it, Brandon Painter. The attackman goes down the far side, where it's stopped up there by the Hitmen. They work in for it, stepping through the shot, and Beal reaches back with the stick and makes a save off the paddle. Right in front of our broadcast position here. A loose puck battle, Lane Van Every in the corner. It rolls along there, stepping in the shot. That one comes from Kyle Larman. And rolls harmlessly in on Beal. Here come the Eagles bearing down on Beal again. Made a couple big saves in that earlier game this afternoon. And he's already got two, including that one with the stick. And here come the Hitmen again.
You love when your goalies come to play a tournament. The guys really feed off of that.
We were talking about it earlier in the day, I believe, when Beal was playing.
Probably.
Before when we did it. Loose ball in behind the net. A couple Eagles players facing just one Hitman. So they try and stall it back there. And now another Eagle player will join the fray. It squirts free, and Beal gets the glove on it and hangs on. And that'll cause a whistle and a face-off to his right side.
So this should be an interesting matchup. We have some really skilled players for the rec level on the Hitmen. They typically are a successful team whenever they enter in any tournament. In NEE, we saw what they could do in the last game, so it'll be an interesting matchup here.
Jake Brown trying to get through by himself. That shot comes from just outside the blue line. Beal sends that one to his right. A nice job rushing up to the red line to stop the offside call as they get it down to Marcus Horton. Banging in behind the net now. They look for the loose ball. It comes outside, and that shot hits off of the Eagles defender. And just not able to get past the line. Jason Cerule Cerule gets it in on net, and having to jump for that was Beal, but he does bring it back down. So they'll bring the face off right here in front of us. Looks like Marcus Horton is going to go against Riley Johnson. As Johnson scored at 6-second mark of the opening period in their first game this afternoon. There's a shot from center floor going into the corner. Bit of a stumble there from Jason Arsenault, as we've got a tie up in front of the net as well. Riley Johnson is there with somebody. A bit of a chop as Marcus Horton on the doorstep, and that one rolls through. Jordan Arsenault had a glorious chance with the open net, couldn't get his stick down on it. I think it was a good job by Jesse Green on the stick check. And that's going to be a high stick as it came way high on Brendan Painter. And then Riley Johnson goes after him. It was Marcus Horton, the initial call. Right here in front of us, Brendan Painter went down. And there's going to be offsetting penalties. We had a bit of a mix-up before that. Being told we don't have that, but here's a pretty good battle. Keep your eye on the left, as that's why we saw Riley Johnson get involved. And again, no look at the actual high stick penalty.
Looks like that continued up the floor, and then Horton was, as he was coming up to Painter, just took a little bit of his aggression out on him rather than on Johnson.
So they've got 4 up on the board for the Hitmen and 2 for the Eagles. So presumably Horton definitely had the high stick, and we probably got roughing to both Horton and Riley Johnson as well.
Yeah, it looks like when Riley Johnson went in to address the high stick that they both got offsetting.
And perhaps remind him of what happened back down the floor.
Perhaps. I'm sure in a gentlemanly type way.
And that's why he's in the box, for gentlemanly behavior. Trying to swing for that one out of midair. Justin Harvey skips past him, so he's got to retreat into his zone to play for it. A nice pick up there in stride. Mike Krasny. Krasny in the corner, trying to center that. In front was Tyler Carnahan. And Carnahan looking to feed it. Beal's down and out. And again, the stick tied up of the player in front, as Beal was out of position there. Krasny again, far side. Nice job, kept it in. They play back down for Krasny. Comes outside the blue line. That shot just goes just wide of the net. Comes back into the corner. Low side of the circle. Shot in on Beal. He makes the save. Carnahan wings it around the boards.
Good vision there.
Where it comes back, Justin Harvey, far side. And then a player dumped over top of Beal by the defender at the end of the play, and the discussion continues. Looks like they're going to take the Golden Eagle player off, and here's a save from Beal. I think that's the defensive play, rather, that looked like another empty net chance that the defender tied up the stick.
Ball seemed to just squirt through the offensive player's feet there as he was trying to settle himself in the slot.
So they did take off the Eagles player, and Beal will cover up. So 40 seconds of 4-on-3.
Trevor Walton with the chance there has requested a little bit of a shout-out, so there's his shout-out.
Yeah, a couple guys starting to figure out where broadcasting is. We're getting a lot of requests. There's Randy Johnson, the man, who goes off. There's a glove save from Beal. Couldn't hang on to it, though, so he's got to get the paddle down and stop the return feed from outside the zone. They look to the far side, and they catch Beal going to his right side, and again, keeping it out. Short-handed chance now. Wayne Van Every drops it back for Lane. And last man back is Justin Harvey. And Van Every falls there as Harvey's on him. And Harvey in the face of Van Every again, and Harvey's going to head off here. And they call that a hooking penalty.
Yeah, I think there was a little hook to the sensitive area there.
They've put 4 on the board. We'll see if that stays like that or not. And, oof, right in front of the official.
So I'm not sure if he got another 2 on the unsportsmanlike because he was walking there. But we see 4 up on the board.
So 3-on-3 lacrosse, and as the face-off is dropped, the last second finishes. I was doing well all day.
It's difficult, Matt. I mean, you go lacrosse to hockey, and then you have the same guys in some of the cases here. So, we got to give you 1.
I'll definitely blame Wizzle on that one. Here's Lane Van Every going in. Still manages the backhand, and the bench of the Eagles thinks that went in. So does Lane Van Every. The official said no goal, and the return shot goes into the logo.
The official was waving that off immediately. There was no hesitation from him, so it'll be interesting to see. And he was in right position. He was following his piston position, and he was down at the net.
So they're looking for it in the booth. We can hear their discussion as they're about ready to come for the face-off, and the next stoppage we get, which could be the end of the period, as that's minute 54 away.
For those of us who referee, we love hearing the far bench call the goal when we're the ones sitting at the net waving it off. So.
Wide open look. Sexsmith goes to his right, but nice job by the defense to take that pass away. Beal slaps it all the way to the blue line. Joe Squeo rolls away from him. He's got to chase down again. Now the Eagles' second penalty has expired. It's a 5-on-3 in favor of them now. As completely fanning on the shot, Jake Brown. It goes into the corner. Brown has it again. Cutter out front. Shot from Tom Strite. Goes off a body as they work it onto the half boards. In behind the back now, Joe Squeo again. Strite in front. That one hits off a defender. Jake Brown gets it back. Up at the red line. Going off the foot of Kyle Larman. And walking through, getting all of that, was Tyler Ratty. And Sexsmith with another save. Sexsmith is going to kick this one out as he's still down. And the whistle here. I think the net came off in behind Sexsmith on his push to his right-hand side. And here's the play, I think the no goal. Face-off back on. We're in the final minute of play here, 33 seconds. It's 5-on-4 in favor of the Eagles as they play down onto the crease. Marcus Horton is there. Shot comes from up top. Beal the save. He sprawls out, stacks the pads, and manages to keep it in front of him. Tyler Martin down the far side. His pass intercepted. Clearing attempt, caught at mid-floor, and up and over the net. That shot from Joe Squale. And the siren is going to go here to end a scoreless first period, but not for lack of chances. This is probably the best one. Lane Van Every. See the collision there. He still manages to play on.
Oh, yeah. That was a great defensive play.
Wow.
Right on the line in that crease. Get back and help the goalie. And I had to say, the official who was right there seemed to be right.
Great call by the official. Great work by our crew. And the goaltender's doing a great job in that opening period.
They are. These two goalies are really doing what's needed to make the saves. They're both really battling very well.
We were kind of talking off camera that about the first game of Mitch Beal and what he might do here. And to his credit, Mark Sexsmith matching him save for save.
He is. It's fun to watch.
And this is what Beal did. This is the most recent one. I think that was actually a bit before as that one crossed through the crease.
Yep.
But he's had 3 or 4 sequences like that where it looked like a great chance and either he's made the save or his defense has picked him up as well. Lane Van Every thought he had one in that first period. He's going to try again here as the Eagles, we switch sides. The Eagles will go left to right. And Beal's going to leave this one in the corner. There's the Hitman. Pressure the attack. Wayne Van Every steals that away. Riley Johnson will take it. Comes up for Jake Brown. Brown tries to go around Josh Bedard. And it was just the foot of Bedard that kept it in. Van Every has it back, though, off the pipe. Lane Van Every is in front. We've got a shoving match up top between Jake Brown and someone else. And now coming in to help Johnny Godden. And Jake Brown being taken aside here by the official.
So I don't know if that had anything to do from earlier in the game, but again, that was Marcus Horton that they were getting into it with.
I think Marcus Horton getting called off here as well as Jake Brown. No, he's just going for a line change, it looks like. So 2 minutes on the board, still 30 seconds was remaining in the Eagles power play there. And Jake Brown did a lot more of the pushing and shoving when they had an offensive chance and a power play. So their bench probably not going to like that one very much.
It takes them away from the power play to a 4-on-4, and actually they're going to be having to kill off quite a long penalty kill.
So keep your eye on, it's going to be the left side of the screen. We see the stick there. And then there's more pushing and jawing as we went by, and there's another deuce up on the board as we continue there. This is the aftermath. I believe they've given Johnny Godden an extra penalty as he's gone to the box. They had 2 on the board, but that's gone now.
I guess they felt as him
4-on-4
being the third man in that they were sending him to the box. It looked like he was going in more as a peacekeeper to me.
So it is 4-on-4 strength. As perhaps, I don't know, we saw Sean Doan take a 10-minute misconduct earlier in a couple games ago. Maybe they've given Godden a 10 here. Mike Krasny steals that one away from the defense. They come down on Beal again just as the power play starts. Lane Van Every drops down low to get in front of that. Picks it off and then lifts it into the corner. Wayne Van Every is going to give chase. Ends up getting his stick on it. And then feeds the trailer Riley Johnson. Johnson takes the shot. Sexsmith the save. And then Trevor Walton will start the counterattack back the other way. Trevor Walton drops for Brock. And his shot bounces off a stick. And Now, the penalty to Jake Brown's been taken off the board, so I guess offsetting minors as we watch Riley Johnson get a good opportunity, and then maybe a bit of a tug that goes uncalled. 8:07 on the clock in the second period. This is the primetime game of our Saturday afternoon coverage. The Spring Teaser Tournament hosted by Ball Hockey International. Jason Cerule started that for the Hitmen. Cerule looking for it again. And now he will get it at center. Dumping it low into the corner. Tyler Carnahan there to play for it. A good battle in front before it was won by the Eagles. Brought to center and returned right away. Trying to bat that out of midair was Trevor Walton. And Walton on it. Brendan Painter goes after him. Walton around the back. He gets a bit of a tug. And the shot and the goal. Brock Walton all alone in the slot with Sexsmith hustling to the bench on the delayed penalty.
I think Trevor's going to want to thank, I think Brock's going to want to thank Trevor on that one. A lot of the work done by Trevor along the boards. Nice play around the net and found Brock set up right beside the goal. So you see, he just fights through that hook. There's the delayed call. Nice little setup.
And it looked like Mike Krasny was all alone on the other side if that didn't work either.
Yeah, there was a bit of a defensive collapse, I'd say, in that play.
Working off the boards, coming in again, Art Omel. Ball skips over the stick of Omel and shot back into the corner by Painter. Painter chases it down again. Comes up to a line. Art Omel. Now the hand goes up against the Eagles again, and again they score on the delayed penalty. And Sexsmith gets to the bench in time to celebrate like he did last time.
He's timing that up pretty well.
So after a scoreless first, we sit 2-0 now in the second. 6:38 to go on the clock. As the penalty box is clear.
Yeah, so it's a nice little curl, a little backhand pass. He just finds his man streaking through the middle. Defensively, you got to just tighten up on that. You can't allow anyone to walk right through the middle. Just nothing the goalie can do on that one.
Bit of a discussion at the timekeeper's box. As that goal was scored, it became a dead play, which released the offsetting minor penalties. But they've sorted it out now. Lane Van Every wins the faceoff back into the corner, giving chase. Jesse Green. Green, the first man there. Randy Johnson takes over in the corner. He gets it around Dan Kyle, and they do battle again. Kyle feeding in front, and then falling was the defender. Eagle goes down hard as it comes out in front. A nice drag move there. Marcus Horton shoots it just wide. Comes back for Dan Kyle and Marcus Horton. We're going to have looked like a scrap here as Marcus Horton started shoving there with Randy Johnson. It looked like the bench was calling Horton to back off. And it was Randy Johnson who jumped in. And then Godden jumped in again.
That's twice. Let's go. Come over here.
Johnson has definitely been shown the gate. And they're still trying to get his way off the floor. There he goes, and we'll see how this all starts. Horton 71, maybe a tad to the shoe before that all starts, but Godden comes in to save the day again.
I think for some reason they have a real hatred there of Horton after that high stick earlier in the game, but that really wasn't anything. It could have been an incidental little one hand to the back of the leg. But, you know, we had talked about it already. He's enemy number one, and anything that he gets involved with, they're going to come after him.
Well, he's drawn 2 penalties so far. So if you're a fan of the Hitmen, 2 minutes goes up on the board. 6:05 remains in the period, and
I think he's also thanking Johnny Godden, who keeps coming in to help him out here, because he doesn't seem.
This time Godden does stay on the floor. No offsetting minor. It looks like there are offsetting minors, but not to Godden anyways. Trying Horton there. Looks like
there's
there
a
is
little
contact
there's a little
made.
tap.
And
not much, but Johnson wasn't liking him at that point when he took the little one-handed whack. That was enough for him to decide he was coming to approach him.
so the officials will try and sort this one out as they're over at the bench. Brendan Painter's gone into the box for Johnson. Now there's 4 up on the side of the Eagles, and then 2 against Horton. Strength on the floor, we can tell you, is 4-on-4 for the time being. Looks like in 2 minutes' time it'll turn into a power play for the Hitmen. Truck guys in the booth continue to look for anything else that may
looking
have
for
sparked
justification.
That. Yeah,
I think the justification came in the
it.
first period. Really, is what they've all decided on NEE. Ever since that high stick, I go back to in the first period when Horton got the high stick on Painter. He's been enemy number one.
Again, we'll show you one more time. This is all that we can find. The beginning of the play is a bit of a shot, and then a bit more of a shot, and then a huge shot, and you can see the end result. Randy Johnson was shown the gate. Horton is in the box with 2 on his side, 4 on the side of the Eagles, as Brendan Painter will serve the penalty to Johnson. Did Horton pick up 2 on that first exchange? He did, right, to the high stick?
Is that his third penalty of the game?
4 on the board. This would be his third. That's why he's leaving the box right now.
Yeah, so that's Horton's third minor.
Yeah. Marcus Horton has left the game, so that should put a cap on that stuff. Maybe we can play some hockey here now. Into the corner they go. Working out. They've got Beal down again. Van Every is going to slow things down. Take it methodically up the floor. Lift it over. Godden comes in to drop it down. No look pass over to the near side. Jason Cerule. Cerule backs his way in. A one-timer right in on the crease. Nice job again by Beal making the save. And down the floor, we are even strength, so an icing call comes against the Eagles. 5:21 to play here in the second period. Just about halfway through our primetime match here.
First period went a lot faster than this one so far.
I was kind of impressed with your game. You guys were flying through that one. That was the fastest 3 periods I saw all day. Around the outside, Jordan Arsenault. He's going to go straight to goal here. Now passes off at the last minute.
Yeah, that's
goes into the corner.
One of the details, one of the differences once you get to the intermediate game is it's just a really fast, high-paced game.
Here's Dan Kyle. He puts the brakes on right at the blue line after gaining the zone. The shot sails there on Cerul Abin as it goes wide. Into the corner. It's picked up by the Eagles. Lane Van Every. He gets it over here. Looking for Jake Brown. Brown in behind the net. Got it there as well in front. Wayne Van Every.
That was a pretty play.
Van Every camped out in front on the crease. And he's got the first goal of the game for the Eagles. 4-on-4, there's a lot of room to work with, and Van Every always seems to find some spot in front of or on the crease. And does it once again here.
Brown does a great job. Look behind the back. And
Van Every realized, I think, that Godden was going to follow that down. And you could see him put the brakes on, created that space.
Wayne definitely did not have that ball in his stick any longer than he needed to.
Mike Krasny. He goes into the corner just as the minor penalty expires to the Hitmen. So now a 2-minute power play for Niagara. From up top, they shoot it. That one just misses wide to the right side of Beal. Beal again. He's got Brock Walton there. It comes up top. Outside shot from Harvey. And Justin Harvey's shot is blocked. Trevor Walton now. Trevor Walton up for Harvey. They've got two players on the crease. Neither of them can get a stick on it, so Trevor Walton plays again.
You just saw the ball hockey version of a sauce pass.
And walking off the wall, get right on the crease. Power play goal, and again, Trevor Walton setting it up with a lot of work.
He's been displaying some good vision here. He's really looking for that open man. He's had a lot of patience, and as we saw there, he puts a pass to a spot with authority.
Still not sure who got that down low. There was a couple of players down on the crease. But make it 3-1 as the Eagles get one 4-on-4, answering on the power play the Hitmen as 3:10 to go in the second period. Ball stolen off the stick there by Justin Harvey. He's going to start the counterattack for the Hitmen. And the Waltons again. Brock stole it away, got it for Trevor. And Mike Krasny goes to play for it in the corner. Trevor Walton again. Walton still with it now. This pass into the stick of Taylor Martin. And Martin feeds Riley Thompson. Brendan Painter, he finds Thompson again. Johnson. Johnson shot saved by Sexsmith. The officials will discuss here, but that was a look at the last goal there for the
Walton
Hitmen.
assisted goal, but I still couldn't get the number of the player who ended up at the doorstep. For any of you who are watching the live feed right now, you can follow along with the box score, which is right underneath, and that would give you the goal score.
The Hitmen tried to work it out over center, but stolen away by Jake Brown and the Eagles again. They go through, and Sexsmith will take no chances and cover up. So the face-off to the right of Sexsmith here. And it was Brown again. He lost the faceoff, chases it down, though, into the corner. And the Eagles are going to win it back. In front of the net again. Comes in front of us. Out there for Art O'Moo.
It was a good call there on that offside. While he felt like he was hugging the line, he actually lifted his back foot and had his right foot in the zone to receive that pass. So a good call. We're coming back to where the pass was originated from.
Art O'Mell taking that in on the attack. So they'll reset right in front of us and winning that clean. Jake Brown, the shot on net for the face-off. Van Every and his man tangle on the far side as the ball rolls in along the boards. Jesse Green dumps it into the corner. Green again. And working for it, Kyle Larman wins the battle for the Hitmen, and a nice job by O'Mell rushing over. O'Mell flips it in and just too far off his stick. Rolls in on Mitch Beal, who's going to cover up here. 2-goal deficit for the Eagles, the Hitmen. Scoring on 2 delayed penalties and then a power play. And then a 4-on-4 goal for the Eagles. So special teams playing a huge role in this one so far. And since the penalties have calmed down, so has the scoring, much like the first period, which ended 0-0. Batted out of the corner. It comes back way up top as the shot. Beal fumbled it there for a second before covering up the rebound. 2 defenders in front, as well as 1 member of the Hitmen. Face-off comes all the way up top for Godden. It's just wide to the right of Beal, and Jake Brown has it. Brown brings his way through. Godden shakes off the check there. Godden's going to spin away from Brown now.
It's a nifty little exit.
Circle his own net. Comes over near side, and O'Mell shoots it into the corner. Hitmen go after it. No control there. Circle it in behind Beal. And Brown with it again. A 1-on-3 as Jason Cerule is going to get it and work out. Cerule for the Hitmen. That bounces off the stick of the Eagles defender and goes up into the Hitmen bench. Puts a stop to play with 26.7 remaining in the second period.
I've been impressed with Brown from NEE in the 2 games that we've done with him today. He's really shown a lot of speed, good ball control up through the neutral zone. He really makes a lot of things happen for his team offensively.
You can see they do rely on him for a lot of that transition play. Taking off there was Riley Johnson. And that caused Van Every to get tossed out, but because it was Johnson that jumped, I didn't think they were going to let Johnson take that face off.
It was actually Lane Van Every who had jumped. Maybe they both jumped, but Lane was almost at the red line.
Here comes a shot after another good save. Josh Bedard taking it from outside. Getting his shot now, Justin Harvey, and Beal turns both of them aside as doubled over Lane Van Every. He blocked a shot earlier in the first period, and now he's done it again. And here we go. Mitch Beal, the highlight reel.
Well done.
Thanks. I'm pretty warmed up now. 5 games, we're good. Siren goes in the second period.
Yeah, Mitch Beal's definitely a battler in that net. He's not going to let anything easy go by him. Reaching back, we've seen him reach back and make several saves today. So, and the defense does do a good job of coming back and collapsing as they need to get that cleared.
Big second period for both sides, 3-1 in favor of the Hitmen. Like we said, 2 delayed penalty calls before they could get the extra attacker out even, and then 1 on the power play and the 1 goal on the other side on 4-on-4.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to have that timed up pretty well to get Sexsmith right to within 2 feet of the bench, and then they score. So that may be their play that they've been working on.
So we'll get set for period number 3 of this game between NEE and the Hitmen. As I'm going to check out the first one of the game. This was, again, delayed penalty, and
Trevor DeBrock.
this is the power play one. Pardon me, the other delayed penalty goal, and both of those for the Hitmen. Those were what started things off. The delayed penalty play. Sexsmith now occupies the net to our left, tested early. As hustling down the near side with some speed, Jordan Arsenal is going to circle the net where Mitch Beal now resides to finish this game. Arsenal again. He's got Tyler Carnahan on him as Wayne Van Every comes to help out. Arsenal is going to hang on. Arsenal, Riley Johnson was on him. Johnson looks up the floor. Johnson gets it. That's out of the reach of Arsenal. Goes back behind the net. Van Every. Arsenal again. The shot. Top corner. That's a whole lot of work done there by Jordan Arsenal. Steps into the slot and puts it top corner.
Did he ever? He really got everything on that one, and that went exactly where he wanted it to go, I believe. No. There wasn't a lot to shoot at.
Keep your eye on 81 Gray as the ball's just going to come to him. And
Beal challenges, and he just beats him short side high.
You say Beal challenges, but I've seen him challenge a lot more than that here today.
Yeah. He'll probably see that replay and see that on his challenge he actually had the glove low, giving the top side of the net there.
Face-off will come outside the zone as it goes off a Hitman player. And brought in by the Hitmen again. Justin Harvey. Take it off his stick, Riley Johnson. Spins it up to Wayne Van Every. Van Every's got a trailer. Takes a shot, and Sexsmith comes out. He challenges and makes the save.
It's a great glove save at a big point in this game.
Justin Harvey goes back. 8.5 to play here in the third period. As Van Every goes after the ball. Over for Walton. This is Trevor Walton on the wall. Carbon copy of a couple of the Hitmen goals today. Trevor Walton doing all the work. We'll see if Brock can finish. Not if the Eagles take it out. It's Riley Johnson heading down on Sexsmith. Just kept in by Joe Squeo. Battled around by Kyle Larman of the Hitmen. Brought out into the zone. Bit of a stumble there from Brock Walton. He goes over for Trevor. Trevor sets up Brock. Brock again. And the glove save, actually squeezing it between the glove and the pad, is Mitch Beal.
Yeah, you think these two have some chemistry or something, eh?
Here's Sexsmith. Pretty nice.
Great glove save, because he actually had to move his glove. It wasn't just shot into it.
Icing waved off here, so Jake Brown gets on his horse and gets down to challenge Johnny Godden. And it is Godden who's going to win it and flip it back up. Jason Cerule. The shot comes in. Beal with the save on the glove. Brendan Painter, the backhanded flip. Down, Godden gets in the way of that. Godden straight through the middle. They go over to Trevor Walton. Guess who? Brock Walton, the shot. That one off the glove. It goes up into the cage. Drops back down on the floor. And Brock Walton is going to get it. It steps over stick of Trevor. And Tyler Godden gets underneath it. Godden's got Taylor Martin on him. as that's chipped back down the floor. Trevor Walton. And Godden again waits for it to roll onto his stick. Mike Krasny. Joe Squeo gets it at the blue line, walks in through the neutral zone. He's going to take it all the way in the offensive zone now. Looking to feed Brown in front. And from the outside, that one tips off the glove of Sexsmith. Brandon Hall from outside. Pater goes in on his man. Ends up in the corner for Godden. Godden again, that gets away from him. And the loose ball batted out of midair by the Hitmen into their own bench. Puts a stoppage in play at 5:57, and why not? Mitch Beal, one more. Off the toe, and another one right there, squeezing it through, and you can see Brock Walton just deflates after that second chance. Bit of a scrummed face-off here. Two players trying to chase it down. Jake Brown, Art Amul. As they bring it down the far side. Justin Harvey. Stopped in the corner. Now it rolls off his stick, and again we see Lane Van Every. He's dealing with some kind of injury as he doubles over. Here's Harvey in front. A shot and a goal.
That's a tough one. He gets right into the slot to a shooter, and he has all day to pick his spot. There he went and looked again, went glove side. So that's the second one in a row that we've seen where they went high.
Maybe starting to figure something out here on Mitch Beal. More of the Hitmen get to watch him. And the first and actually only team that we're going to get a chance to see twice here. The Northeast Eagles. You see Lane Van Every in front. He's shaking out the leg there. We saw him get hit in the first. He's been kind of slower ever since then. Not sure if it's still bothering him, but he's the guy that slides over, gets there just a tad late before Harvey takes the shot. 2-on-1, bearing down on Beal, and they can't get it through body of Joe Squeo. Here's Harvey. O'Mell. Art O'Mell shoots it off the cage, drops back down onto the floor. O'Mell chases his own rebound. Squeo there as well. O'Mell takes the shot, and Mitch Beal one more time makes the save. Battle works its way into the corner. Jake Brown is there, as is Marcus Krasny. Krasny saves it all, tons of room up top for the shot. Batted out of midair by O'Mell, and Beal makes the second save. O'Mell feeding it through. It was on the crease. Now it's batted away, drug out in front. Jake Brown. Brown's going to go in front of his own bench, but kept there by Harvey. Pardon me. Josh Bedard. Lane Van Every trying to tip it through, had it stolen away, and now Jake Brown takes one away. Goddard. Hard into the corner. Stole that one off the stick, and it's batted down into the corner. Jesse Green can't clear on his first attempt, so they work it to the near side, and it is batted up by Brandon Hall. On the near side by Tom Strite. In on goal, Sexsmith will cover up, and 3:35 to go in the third period. Here's Mitch Beal once again. As he goes down, a couple players out in front. As the third period and our broadcast here throughout Saturday afternoon, quickly coming to a close. 3.5 minutes remain in it. Quick shot comes in on Sexsmith, and he's going to cover up. They'll do it all again, right to the right. Draw one there by the Hitmen. They'll go in behind the net. And they'll be content to keep it there, leading by 4 at this point, and then chipped off the boards. They work down into the corner. Walking out, Arsenault's in front. Ball works into the corner, though. Kyle Larman tried to get it up to the point. Wayne Van Every there to cause trouble and bat it away. Jason Cerule can't keep in. He chases it down into the corner. Johnny Godden is down there. Ball comes up to center. Dan Kyle rolls off his stick. Riley Johnson back the other way for the Eagles. Johnson in the corner. Between him and Godden. Goes up over the cage and out of play. So we'll have a face-off. Looks like coming to the left is Sexsmith down in the Hitmen zone. So now it appears that they're going to bring it outside. And it'll be won by the Eagles. Quickly slapped in by Johnson. Van Every giving chase as well. Ends up on the stick of Cerule. Over a huge shot. Again, Beal coming out to challenge. And out in front, Arsenault with room. Shoots it high up into the mesh. In behind Beal. They say it goes off a Eagles player. Face-off coming to the right of Beal now. 2:17 to go. 4-goal lead for the Hitmen. Here's the face-off. Sneaking his way down the near side. Wayne Van Every. That was a set play as he started walking to his right-hand side. Travis Harvey. They work it over. They've got Beal going to his left, and the shot just goes over top. Mike Krasny. In the corner, Van Every. He goes up the wall for Riley Johnson. Johnson is going to step in. He shoots that off the leg of the defender. Van Every. And again, the defense gets in the way. Comes back here for Walton, Trevor Walton. Stick handles his way out of real estate. And Van Every gets it back again. There, Riley Johnson. Johnson bats it for Travis Harvey. Harvey's going to come up the wall to Trevor Walton. Walton back for Van Every again. He goes behind his back. Plays for Joe Squeo. Approaching 1 minute remaining in the game. Hitmen leading 5-1. Here's Riley Johnson. Johnson can't hang on, but does get it back, and a quick shot. And it's in behind Sexsmith. 1:02 on the clock. The second goal of the game comes from Tyler Carnahan. Carnahan, the beneficiary of the ball rolling off the stick. All the work done in the corner. And Riley Johnson getting another chance there in the backhand by Carnahan. Face-off will be redone. And one, it looked like, by Carl Larman. So we're in the final minute of play. Here in this game and our coverage on the JVI Sports Network. Stick gets caught up in the boards by the Hitmen player. He's going to call for a change here. And they'll actually leave it there as Tyler Carnahan walks in. He's got a man in front, 30 seconds to go. O'Mell down the far side, pushed outside by Jesse Green. Green's going to circle around. That stick still caught in the corner here. Quick feed over, and the shot and the goal. Initial feed from Larman. after the work done by O'Mell. And that was the player that actually lost his stick in the corner, went to get another one from the bench. And he came back to rejoin the play. We don't have, unfortunately, name on number 97, but shot in front after good work down low again. And again, Trevor Walton starting things off. Here we go again from the outside. The shot, and Mitch Beal makes the save. The horn goes. And make it a 6-2 win for the Niagara Hitmen. This is your final goal of the game. And it's from down low. That player comes off the bench. Makes the save, and the handshake line is on for the Niagara Hitmen. Great job by Mitch Beal all day today, and for Sexsmith as well, matching him pretty much save for save. We take one more look at your game winner, the third goal of the game for the Niagara Hitmen. As he came from out in front. 2 on a delayed penalty, like we said earlier. 1 on the power play. And then they had a couple more. As a win earlier in the day for the Northeast Eagles. And they end the day 1-1. Their game winner for the Hitmen. Some great work by Trevor Walton. And the boards gets it across and in the back of the net. As it was Trevor Walton all day doing the setup work. Our thanks to everyone involved with Ball Hockey International. This is their spring teaser tournament, and it runs tomorrow. Be sure to check their